Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. It's about 9 o'clock. Been up for about 3 hours. Been going to bed really early. Been tired. Been wore out. So kids and family are inside. They're still snoozing. I got the van loaded all on top. Got things packed. Everything ready to go just about. So I got to go wake them up and we're going to head out of here. Holly and Armando just left about 10 minutes ago. They are headed to Florida. They're headed to Florida. Holly's going to meet some old softball buddies, and then she's going to play softball this weekend. And yeah, so we're going to lock up the house and shut off the lights and head north, head home. We thought about going to, stopping back at Rock City on the way back and spend some time there. And then decided, no, we'll just head as far as we can because it might make a real long day. I want to be back at least by tomorrow afternoon. So gonna head back, go as far as we can. Oh, hopefully Tracy will be able to ride quite a bit. You just can't make it past 4 hours much. So hopefully we'll make it that long. Hopefully she'll sleep a lot. So been a great time here. We've been able to visit with Holly and get to know Armando a lot better. It's my sister's fiance, and had some good conversations with him. We've been walking. Me and Armando went walking this morning again for another mile, and I think I'm going to start trying to run a little bit. Start actually jogging at least a mile. So I know I'm going to have to work that in with still doing my daily walks with my dad. But yeah, talking with Armando this morning, we were talking a little bit about leadership, and he sent me a video of one he said he watched, quite a few times that he was talking about leadership. We talked a lot about work and business and roles, and he was talking about leadership and how in leadership roles, when you get into leadership roles, that it's really the gist of it is to be a good leader, you have to actually you're really serving other people. You're not really. I don't think it's more about just being the one barking out orders to everybody and being controlling and all that. I mean, I know it takes some of that, but to really, I mean, I think it was Zig Ziglar. He said that you can get anything you want in life if you help others get what they want, something like that. And that statement is really true. I mean, if you go through life, and I know our culture's had this mentality of, the me mentality. I need to get as much as I can, all for me, and it's all about me. It's all about self, and I think that mentality, that selfishness, is basically, I think that's the mother root of all problems. Is selfishness. If you're going and you're just looking out for number one, and you're trying to get as much as you can, eventually that's going to lead to it's going to lead to unhappiness. Um, the way I think you truly get happy and content is when you're trying to help other people, and it's all about serving. You know, if you're trying to help other people in any relationship, take your husband or your wife, or your if you're in a relationship, if you try to get what's in it for me versus what can I do for you. Try that. If you haven't really tried that, try that just for a day. Just go for a day and try to see what you can do. Anything you can do for your spouse or whoever you live with, or if you live by yourself, if you can do something maybe for coworkers, just do something for somebody else, and try to just basically try to serve them. Just do it for one day and see the outcome. see how that works, and see if you're not happier. I mean, because it'll be a byproduct of you helping other people. You'll eventually get what you want. You'll eventually become, I think, more content with life. I was supposed to do a podcast this evening with somebody, a local podcast there in Martinsville. We were supposed to. The topic was depression and anxiety and suicide. I mean, all three of those go hand in hand. But of course, us being out of town, we had to hopefully postpone that. Hopefully, we'll do that again. But I was thinking that even on depression, when you are depressed, the main part of the main problems is you're focusing so much on yourself that it brings you down to where you're thinking, oh, woe is me, it's all about, I think it's a selfish mentality that we get, because I have been, and of course went through quite a few bouts of depression over the last 4 or 5 years. And I mean, if somebody looks at our life and what we've been through in the last 5-6 years, somebody would say, of course you were depressed. I mean, why would you be? And I don't know. I noticed at the times, I mean, because I've come out of that, I mean, I was so bad at some points that I did not care about life. I didn't care whether I lived. I was just kind of going through the motions. I'd come home early and go straight to bed, get up, want a task to do, but I couldn't do anything on my own. I couldn't take the initiative. And looking back on it, a lot of it was I was focused so much on myself that I think it was just bringing me further and further down, to whereas if I could look to other people and I could try to help other people or interact with other people. That was the other thing. I didn't want to interact with anybody, but I felt so lonely that I wanted somebody to interact with, but you didn't want to. It's a crazy thing. It's hard to explain unless you've been through it. But so glad that I've came out of that, because I realized how awesome life really is. And because life is hard. Life will always be hard, and it's how you take it, and it's how you react to it, how you react to situations when things come at you, whether it's from your own doing or from some outside source. A lot of times I think when things happen to us and it's not because something we did, it impacts us worse, because we're like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Why would I got to go through this? And you can look at it that way, and all it'll do is bring you down further. But if you can look at it and say, okay, assess the situation. What can I do to help improve my situation, where I'm at right now? And if we can take that mentality with problems when life comes at us, we can handle them a lot better. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we'll reschedule that podcast and be able to do it. I've been talking, it's with another guy that I had recently met, and he's been through horrible depression, attempted suicide several times, and he's come out the other end, and God's brought him through that, and he has an awesome testimony, and he just wants to share that with as many people, because when you have that information, you want to get it out, and you want other people to know as much as you can tell them, so that you can help other people through those situations, which that's what's life about. I think that, to me, that's what life is about, is to helping other people get through this thing called life, Anyway, so I'm rambling on now. I think I'm rambling. So I'm going to go in there and wake up the family, and we're going to head back. We had an awesome time here. My sister, Armando, and I call him my brother. They're not married yet, but I'll call him my brother. Um, we rented a boat Sunday, went out on this awesome lake. We had had an awesome picnic on this island all to ourselves. And then we went and took the girls, me and Holly took the girls down to, it's not Alexandria, that's the name of in the movie, but The Walking Dead, in that little town, Sonoy. Sonoy. It's got an A on it, but they pronounce it Sonoy, not Sonoya. Did find that out. So we went to that, and that was fun. It was actually, when we were down there, Holly was texting one of her friends that was going down to Florida to play softball with them. They were down there the same day. They're from Martinsville area. They were down there the same day doing the same tour, just with a different company, or they were by themselves. And we actually seen them drive by. I said, I wonder if that was them in that big Lincoln that had got pulled over by the cops because they were getting too close to the set, and because they were actually filming down there when we were down there that day. So we got to see a little sneak peek of some of the props and things, and just hear a lot of history about The Walking Dead and all that. It's it's got a big following. I'm not much into it. I watched it with Shelby every now and then, but I asked too many questions for her, so she don't like me watching it with her. And then yesterday we went to the Atlanta Zoo. That was relaxing. First time I'd seen a panda bear. First time I'd seen the panda bear. And sat and watched all the gorillas for a while. There were like 9-10 gorillas in this big environment area for them. And that was neat. Just relaxing. Just me and Tracy. The kids went off on their own. We went off on our own. I pushed Tracy around in her wheelchair. Got a good workout. My calves are sore. So anyway, I need to get off here so we can get on the road and get going and head back to Sweet Home, Indiana. Sweet Home, Indiana. Yeah. It always feels good to come home when you get back home and you're like, everything feels, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I'm home. So anyway, have a good hump day. Have a good Wednesday. Do something for somebody today. Like I said, if it's your spouse, your loved one, your mother, your father, whoever, somebody you live with, or somebody you're with constantly a lot during the day, make it purposefully, I can't say that, purposefully, just serve them that day. Do whatever you can and try to do as much as you can for them, and then see what the byproduct is. See if you feel any different, or maybe you don't. I don't know. I'll try it myself today. So, got to go lead my family back home. Be a leader. Be a leader today. Have a good day, and keep on keeping on.